Hello once again everyone, MonkeyDude22 here for another help tutorial video as a part of the Xbox Ambassadors program. To learn more about the Xbox Ambassadors, be sure to check us out at community.xbox.com/ambassadors. I want to give a special thanks to Xbox and the Xbox Ambassadors program who hooked me up with a free copy of ReCore, the new game from Keiji Inafune, the makers of Metroid Prime, to do this video for you. So what is ReCore? Well, to put it simply, ReCore is a third-person action-adventure game where you play as Jewel Adams, the first of a series of brave volunteers to visit the strange world of Far Eden. You start the game by waking up and being in a cryosleep for centuries to find out that nothing has gone according to plan. With your Corebot companion named Mac, you basically set out on an adventure across Far Eden to save mankind from a terrible fate. Throughout the game, you'll uncover different secrets and learn more about the world of Far Eden, as told by writer Joseph Staten, who you might know from a little game series called Halo. ReCore is the first game out of many that will support Xbox Plays Anywhere initiative, so what that means is if you purchase the game on Xbox One, for example, you'll get the Windows 10 PC version for free as long as you upgrade to the Windows Anniversary Edition of Windows 10, that's also free. The nice thing about being an Xbox Play Anywhere title is that your save data and achievements will also transfer between platforms, so there's no need to replay that same section of the game you just beat to progress through the story when you just want to continue the game on your PC. Really cool. The game has about 10 hours of gameplay or so, and highly replayable in my opinion, and for a low cost of only $39.99 in the US, it's very affordable for all budgets. Please take a look at the Xbox store for prices and promotions in your region though. So let's talk a little bit about the game and some different things that you might run into while playing the game. I've heard a lot of people talk about Prismatic Cores. What are they? How do I find them? Well, to put it pretty simply, Prismatic Cores are essentially keys to unlocking doors around the world of Far Eden. You need to have a certain amount of them in your inventory to progress through the game. You might ask how you find them. Well, they're scattered around Far Eden, various different places, and as you can see, what you need to do is just hold the X button on your Xbox One controller to set out a different radius here, and what'll happen is your Corebot will actually start looking for different hidden objects throughout the game. One of these that they can find is Prismatic Cores. So once you find those, of course, what you do, you can just take them over to one of the doors, and you can go ahead and unlock that door to progress into a dungeon or to a different area in the overworld. So let's take a look at staying ahead of the curve in ReCore. In ReCore, the enemies will grow stronger as you progress through the game. They don't necessarily scale levels with you at your pace, so what you'll need to do is keep working with your Corebot and upgrade them throughout the game. This way you'll be on the same playing field going through the main storyline. How do you do that? Let's take a look. Using your map, you'll want to travel back to Jewel's Crawler. Once you travel back to Jewel's Crawler, you'll find that you have a workbench that you can use to take a look at your research blueprints, Corebots, Core Fusion, and Stash. You can replace your Corebot's parts with blueprinted parts from the Corebot section, which will allow you a nice boost in stats, as well as using the cores that you pull from enemies to upgrade the attack, defense, and energy stats from the Core Fusion section. Killing enemies and pulling cores from them have different effects on how you progress. Killing an enemy will gain you experience, but not a core, whereas pulling the core will allow you to upgrade your Corebot faster, so keep this in mind through playing the game. Later in the game, you'll also have the ability to actually swap cores between your Corebots. This will happen, of course, later, as I mentioned, and you can do that from the same workbench here. Another question people tend to ask is, where are the health upgrades for Jewel? Well, you can find these on the ground in various locations through Far Eden, and they're typically found in the dungeons as well as in other spots. Keep a look at your map for all those different details. Another thing people look for is audio logs. These are additional story-related logs that will help you understand the world of Far Eden in depth and is a great way to get more immersed in the universe. As with health upgrades, these are also around in the world, typically found them near ruins or other strange objects. And of course, with most action-adventure games, you may run into a couple of different issues like, I killed everyone, why isn't the door unlocking, or why can't I progress through a dungeon? The fun thing about ReCore is, at its core, no pun intended, it's an action-adventure game, so you want to look around every nook and cranny to try to make sure you've taken out all of the enemies in an area. 9 times out of 10, there's another enemy hiding behind a corner or up on a high ledge, so keep that in mind if you ever get stuck. Another question people ask me is, how do I find the side dungeons in the game? To find the side dungeons, you basically want to consult with your map every so often. They'll only appear when you're close by, so keep a close eye on that map. Well, everyone, I hope this video was helpful in getting you started with ReCore, all the different ways that you can purchase the game, and the Xbox Play Anywhere program. If you have any additional comments, suggestions, please leave those in the comments below. Once again, the Xbox Ambassadors program at community.xbox.com/ambassadors. I'm MonkeyDude22. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on Xbox Live.